Here are the 3 things you need to get tons of leads from your very next marketing strategy. This is going to work whether you're doing direct mail, pay-per-click advertising, Facebook advertising, or even door-to-door sales. Now, these 3 things are also the 3 things that break, that are the main reason that your marketing spend was flushed down the drain. So if you've ever hired a marketing agency who made all these promises and they generated leads that were garbage or no leads at all, it's because of one of these 3 things. Hey, welcome back. Adam Bensman here. And everything I'm doing on my YouTube channel is changing because I see our industry changing. And as Gary Keller famously said, what company could run your company out of business? Build it first. And my answer to that for roofers is a marketing company. So you're going to see a huge shift in the content that I produce here to focus on marketing. Now, what many people don't know is I know I'm commonly known as like the sales guy, but my real passion, even above sales, because they are related, is marketing. And I used marketing to build my business, to grow our roofing company when I was COO. And I'm doing this behind the scenes inside the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance to help roofers do what I call GC their marketing. So I'm going to teach you, you're going to be able to take these concepts and sniff out the BS or the next marketing promise you're given to develop a very powerful and successful lead getting campaign so you can rake the leads in and then use this to figure out and fix what's not working. Now, let's get started. Roofing sales is personal development in disguise, and the reward for growth is life-changing. I hope my content helps you create a richer life and bank account. All right, here are the 3 things you need for a killer lead getting marketing campaign. We're going to run through these one at a time, and then apply them to each of the marketing strategies you might be using. First is the list. Now, what do I mean by the list? That is the audience who you are targeting. So let's give an example with direct mail. I've talked to a lot of roofers say, hey, I did direct mail and it didn't work. But hang with me here and you'll see what I mean about the importance of your list. So if your list that you're mailing to is every door direct mail and you're mailing in an area where 70% of the homes are renter occupied, do you have an effective list? Yes or no? Now, the answer is no. Same thing, if you're doing door-to-door sales and you have a new sales team member or canvasser who's out and says, I can't find any damage, the list is the target neighborhood. If they're in a neighborhood where there's no damage and you're knocking for storm damage, you're not going to get anywhere because you have the wrong list. Likewise, if you are running ads on Facebook and you're doing one of the most common things that people do on Facebook, which is run ads, which is, by the way, just starting with ads is, in my opinion, one of the fastest ways to flush money down the drain, because what you're doing is putting out an ad being like, hello, Tulsa, Oklahoma homeowners. We are the best roofer town. Fill out for a free estimate. And we're spending money. That's impressions, okay, on Facebook. That's your list. So you're spending money to get in front of like a 12-year-old kid, and I know you can set it to like 18 to 25, or excuse me, not 18 to 25, 18 to 60. You can put in your date range of all your different targeting metrics, but so many people are targeting people and they're like, hey, I'm going to get in front of just people that could own a house or probably own a house. But what we don't realize is that the people that you're getting in front of may not even need a roof. So if we look at like the effectiveness of our list, that is the person that we are about to pay money to get in front of is a homeowner and has a problem that we can solve and they can afford it. So do they own the house? Do they have a problem we can solve? So let's say it's roofing, siding, windows, gutters, whatever it is that you do, even on a pressure washing. I know we got folks tuning in to my channel from a wide breadth of home services. Maybe it's heating and cooling. So do they have a problem you can solve? And then 3, can they afford it? And I talked to some folks down in Florida, just as an example, on a recent trip, and they said there's certain areas where they know that there's a trend that they just can't get people approved for financing. So a quality list gets homeowners who has a problem you can solve and you can afford it. And the more money you spend getting in front of the wrong people, your campaign will not work. So the first thing you need is a great list. That's the people you're getting in front of. All right, item number 2. And I kind of teased it before. Did you catch it? Yeah, I said the offer. So item number 2 is your offer. So in a world of Imagine that roofing was competitive. Duh. I think in Dallas, Texas, there's something like 12,000 roofers. Now, don't quote me on that exact number. That's what I heard. But if you're in Dallas, Texas, or Dallas, Fort Worth, and you open up Google Maps and you type in roofing company, it's like an infinite number of pages. So think of all of this noise, and someone jumps on and searches like roofer near me, or I need a roofing estimate. And this guy says, call today for a free estimate. So the offer, which is like, call me, and in exchange I'll give you this, is a free estimate. Well, the other 100 or maybe 1,000 or 3,000 roofing companies are all saying free estimate or free inspection. So that's your offer. So how do you create an offer that stands out above the noise? You need to give people a compelling reason to call now. This is what I call in my 8 laws of marketing, the law of action. By the way, when I mentioned the 8 laws of marketing, if you've been really dialed to my videos, you'll know that one of my other videos, it was actually 7 laws. Now, there was an 8th one that I was on the fence on, and I decided, you know what, this is really important, so we added it. So anyway, that's why you're noticing that change. More on those 8 laws later. The law of action is giving someone a reason to call now. That is part of your offer. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. You can do limited time promotions and discounts. By the way, if you're dealing in insurance, you can't use monetary. I have to go through a lot of disclaimers here. Florida Friends specifically, if you're dealing with insurance claims, you cannot legally offer anything of monetary value. So far as I know, I'm not an attorney, seek an attorney's advice, but with the recent regulation changes, you can't say, hey, get a discount on this, anything of monetary value. Of course, people need to pay their deductible. So I'm just going to use this example in the retail world, and then we'll apply concepts in the storm environment. Let's say I'm selling retail roofs and I'm in Denver, Colorado. I could say, call today and lock in 0% financing, same as cash, offer ends this month. We'll also upgrade you to synthetic underlayment, a shingle upgrade, yada, 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 and $1,000 off your roof. Okay, hurry, price increase set, prices are set to increase on this date. And they are, because of all of the things that we have seen since 2020 is quarterly rate increases that are just like totally out of control. So again, this guy says free estimate or free assessment. So one option in the retail world is this, what we call a value stack. Call today for your free estimate and get this incredible financing offer and get this free upgrade and get $1,000 off your roof. Offer ends at the end of the month. It's like, wait a minute, that's a great offer. I want to call them. Now, the next offer, this doesn't need to be all about money. The offer can be about service. Call for same day service. Call for, maybe you're doing something innovative. Like we just brought our members out to one of another member's office who's doing over $2 million a month over the phone. Yes, not Zoom, literally phone sales for roofing. So we brought about 30 roofing companies out to his office. Cody Landels with Reimagine Roofing, who's a fellow mentor at RSRA. And he taught how to do sales over the phone. So their offer is one of convenience, meaning we'll get you a quote, we'll do it same day, no hard sell pitch, nothing in the home, all over the phone. So they're on convenience. The next one could be on speed. Maybe your offer is like, scan this for an instant online roof quote. No hard sell, just fast, friendly service, something like that. So your offer just needs to stand out to say, if you give me your time and attention, I'm going to give you even more value back, and I'm going to abide by what we call my law of desire, is giving people what they want. So if you want your campaigns to stand out, it's not just the PPC guy being like, I'll get you leads, I know how to run the campaign, call today. And by the way, let me tell you the geniuses of marketing and roofing. Number 1 roofing contractor in your city. Call now for a free estimate. Call now for a free inspection. Call now for $500 off. There you go. That's most of the marketing offers. So if you can do something that stands apart and is different, or even saying, hey, free video assessment, find out how much roof life you have left. Again, speed, convenience, affordability, instant estimates, the way you serve people. All of these are different offers that allow you to take a sliver of the market so you're not competing in the sea of noise, okay? So again, in summary, number 1 is the list. That's the people you're paying to get in front of. And number 2 is the offer, what you are showing them to give them a reason to contact you, which brings us to the third thing on the list, and that is conversion. That is how you convert the inquiry into an appointment. Now, this is incredibly important, and I cannot stress enough how many roofers drop the ball. They don't have a great intake team that understands what's going on in marketing. So when they answer the phone, they can continue the story. Oh, you're calling on this because you want an instant estimate, or you want same-day service, or you're taking advantage of our offer. So they can resell the homeowner on the excitement, and then on the spot, convert them into an appointment, okay? Same thing on your lead forms. You can have a great list and you can have a great offer that's run on pay-per-click or Facebook or direct mail, but then by the time the homeowner gets to the main conversion opportunity, which is either going to be a phone call, a conversation at the door with a canvasser, or maybe a landing page or a website to convert the person who is interested into an appointment, and that just falls apart. So you might have a great list and a great offer, which gets a lot of clicks, but no conversion. And one of the most common errors I see is people are spending crazy amounts of money on Facebook and pay-per-click, and they send them to their website. Don't do this. When the homeowner lands on the website, they see a generic page. So they click this amazing offer, but then the page says like, Tulsa's #1 roofer and so. And it's like, but you offered me that, now you're showing me this. And then they've got like the services page and the about us and our work. And the homeowner clicks around and gets bored. Instead of doing best practices, which is what's called a landing page or a squeeze page, where there's only two options. Fill out the form to get this offer or leave, so people aren't distractible. Now, I know for my business, I went from a landing page to a website thinking I was providing more information, and sales dropped 30%. So following best practices for your conversion opportunity can squeeze out more leads. Now, if you don't know about these three things that you need for a powerful lead getting strategy, which is a great list, a great offer, and incredible conversion technique, what ends up happening is you start fixing the wrong stuff. So your marketing agency may be delivering. They got a great list, they got a great offer, but your office is the one dropping the ball. Your admin is the one dropping the ball. Your website isn't converting right because without being the GC of your marketing and understanding these concepts, you end up, again, letting the marketing agency call the shots. You're like, wait a minute, why are you sending it to my website? We need a landing page. Design it. It should say this here, this here, this here, this button here. And then all of a sudden, you fix that 1 weak link and the leads will start flooding in. So if you want even more help on this, you have two options. Option one, apply to join RSRA. Let's work together to GC your marketing. And number two, jump right into this video. I'm going to teach you the #1 best thing you can do for your marketing to increase conversion, and I'll see you on the next one.